Hello everyone, my name is Aastha. I welcome you all to our classes for International English Olympiad for class 9th. This is our 8th class in the series and we will be doing the topic of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs is sort of a subcategory of verbs, but it is quite important to be understood because of its formation. Its formation can be quite tricky, its meaning can be quite tricky. So we will be understanding all this through examples and questions as well. So let's get started.
So the first question that comes to our mind is, what exactly are phrasal verbs? We will answer these questions today and then we will understand it through various examples also, and we will then move towards our mock questions, and those mock questions are based on the pattern of the IEO exam. They're completely exam oriented and will help you in your core preparation and your practice for IEO. Okay, so phrasal verbs are nothing but they are phrases that indicate actions, and so were verbs. But what were verbs? The verbs, they were words. Instead of phrases, we had the word word. Verbs were words that indicate actions. But here phrasal verbs, they are phrases. Okay, phrases are made up of more than one word. So how is a phrasal verb formed? Here is the formation: verb plus a preposition or an adverb. तो verb तो है phrasal verb में, plus या तो एक preposition add होगी या फिर एक adverb add होगा. All right, let's see. Okay, so here we have these examples of phrasal verbs. For example, the first one is get up. Get up का मतलब क्या होता है? Get up, you ask someone to like rise from like bed or somewhere, wherever. For example, when someone is sleeping, you ask them to get up, which means wake up. Can be another phrasal verb, can be wake up, right? Wake up. Now write down, when you ask someone to put whatever you have said in writing, put whatever they have said in writing, you ask them to write it on that paper, write down. See, look forward to. So here sometimes three I have said because look forward to. The verb is look, but here we can be using either two or one or two more words here. So here we have three words. Look forward to. मतलब look forward to का मतलब होता है जैसे किसी के लिए you are excited for something, you are excited and you are waiting eagerly, that is looking forward to. Then we have the phrasal verb go through. A verb is go and then through. This means किसी चीज के या किसी undergo करना या फिर experiencing something, some difficult period. Alright, then the next one is put up with. Put up with usually use होता है when we are saying that you have tolerated something, या कुछ आपने bear किया है, कुछ आपको problem हुई पर आपने सहा है. That is putting up with. Alright. Okay, so now what it is saying is, when added to the verb, the preposition or adverb may change completely the meaning of the verb. Here are some examples. Now इसका मतलब ये है कि जैसे जो हमारा phrasal verb बनता है, that is the verb plus either any preposition or any adverb. So ये preposition और adverb के add होने की वजह से हमारा जो verb का meaning है, that sometimes may completely change. Let's see a few examples. Okay. Now here we have the verb क्या है look. Look क्या मतलब होता है? Look is a verb and look means कहीं देखना. Okay, but here हमने look के साथ so many prepositions add करके we've made so many words like phrasal verbs like look for, look up to, look forward to, look up. Alright, and they have completely different meanings. And we have their examples. Let's see. The first one is look for. Look for मतलब किसी चीज के लिए search करना, seeking it, which means किसी चीज को ढूंढ रहे हो. तो I'm looking for this. Here, example में भी यही है कि he is looking for his keys. All right. See another one. Look up to. Look up to का meaning है have a great deal of respect for a person. Usually अपना idol या someone who's your mentor or guide. Let's see the example. His father is his model. He is the person he looks up to. Right? His model. मतलब उनके idol है उनके father. He really looks up to him. मतलब उनको बहुत मानते हैं and he has a great deal of respect for him. Okay. Now another word is look forward to, which means await eagerly and anticipate with pleasure. Now here is she is looking forward to visiting Paris. मतलब she is waiting eagerly and anticipating for what? For going to Paris, visiting Paris. Alright. Let's see the other word. Look up. Look up का मतलब try to find a piece of information by looking in a book or in a computer. Which means searching for something कई book में या computer में, look it up. जैसे we say usually आजकल Google it. So look it up on Google maybe. So कुछ information book पे या computer पे search करना, that is looking it up. So let's see here. She didn't understand the word, so she looked it up in her dictionary. Alright. So ऐसे ही हमने देखा these are the phrasal verbs क्या होते हैं, बस verb and either a preposition or an adverb. Very easy concept. Alright. Alright. So for the quiz, what we will be doing is, now every question you will be given 1 minute. 1 minute means 60 seconds. Why am I giving you 1 minute? Because you see, your question paper of IEO, it has about 50 questions, and so you can imagine that you get more or less a minute to answer the questions. Now this 1 minute is the maximum that you should be taking for answering the question. Now suppose there could be two, three categories of students. First category is, suppose you answer the question within that 1 minute. So I would request you to fast forward the video and skip right to the answer. You should not be wasting your time. Alright. Now the other students who are not able to answer the question in 1 minute, what you do, you don't skip to the answer. You pause the video and you write down your answer. Alright, it is very important to answer each and every question because there is no negative marking. Here you see, for every incorrect answer, no points, because there is no negative marking in IEO. So it is important that you attempt all the questions. Now for a question of which you are not sure about the answer, now even here and even in the exam, if you are not sure about the answer and you maybe think that B option might be correct or C option might be correct, so you should in that case play your luck and play your mind and make a guess and still give an answer, because it is a win-win situation. Either you will get the marks for that question or you will get a 0, right? But if you don't attempt that question at all, then you are anyway getting a 0 in that, right? So it is good to attempt those questions, and even if you don't know all the answers, try to understand and take a guess. Okay, so this is for every correct answer 10 points. This is just for your own little game where you can try to maintain a notepad. So here you write the name of the chapter and then the question, and then if it is correct you can give yourself 10 points. If it is not correct you mark it here. So it is important to see these questions. The ones which you mark incorrect, it is important to go back to them later and then see where you did the mistake. Alright, this is just for your reference. For every correct answer you can give yourself 10 points. Alright, now let's start. Okay, now here we start off with the questions on phrasal verbs. This one says, fill in the blanks using meaningful phrases. Okay, so we were given a blank and then the options of phrasal verbs. You have to choose the one which has the correct meaning and fits in here. It is dash you to park your vehicle. It is over to you, on to you, up to you, or from you to park your vehicle. Okay, so here the correct answer is C. It is up to you to park your vehicle. Now, up to you, when we say that this is up to you, we are trying to say that, it is your discretion, or you are the person who has to make this decision and you are the one who has to do this. Okay, and when other words like here we say over to you means we say it is your turn or your responsibility, like over to this person. Suppose when we are on a stage and when we pass on the baton and say now over to you. Alright, now when we say on to you could mean when we say that someone is on to you, it means that this person is aware of what you are doing. Alright, they are keeping an eye on you, like that. Alright. Okay, next up, this one says the angry protesters dashed the track when their demands were not met. Blew up the track, blew over the track, blew in the track, or blew through the track. Okay, so here the correct answer is blew up the track. Now, blew up the track, it sort of means, spoiled the track and sort of exploded and became very angry. That's someone, blew up. Blew is the past form of blow. So we were using the past tense. So blow up actually means get very angry. Then we have blow over. Something that blows over, it usually refers to something that has gone and not caused any circumstances, not caused any harmful effect that it could have caused. Blew in. Now blow in is actually used informally when say that this person blew in, when someone comes unannounced and just suddenly. That's when we can say someone blew in. And blow through is not really used, but however, in sometimes you must have seen in movies, sometimes when we say that this thing blew through or blow through means something that has just left. Okay, so that's these were the phrasal verbs with the verb blow. Next up, okay, now next we have called the mechanic. My car has dash on the highway. Here the options are broken off, broken into, broken down, or broken off, broken into, broken in, and broken down. Now the correct answer is broken down. Broken down means something that has been in a bad condition, has been in a dilapidated condition. All right. Then we have break off, like broken. Broken is the past form of break, right? So in the present tense we use break off, break into, break in, and break down. Break off is something when you break off with someone, something that has become really bad, or you just stop talking. Okay, that's break off. Then break into, when we talk about that someone broke into something, then entering some place forcibly, unauthorized, in an unauthorized manner. Now when we say next one, when we say break in is also when we interject someone, or forcibly enter into some place or building. All right. Alright, next up we have, please tell me the time my watch has gone back, gone wrong, gone off, or gone behind. Now the correct answer here is B. My watch has gone wrong. Gone wrong, it means that it has been disbroken, or it has failed, sort of thing. That's when we say that when something has gone wrong or something is going wrong. Even for certain things, like a certain plan that you made and now it has failed, so we can say it has gone wrong. All right. Then here we have gone back. Gone back actually, it is pretty easy. It could be used when when you return to some place, going back to some place. Then we have go off, gone off. Present tense, go off. Go off could mean like when a gun explodes, it went off, like that. Some explosion, like that. Then we can use go off or gone off. Then we have go behind. Go behind is when you go behind someone, it actually means you are doing something behind someone's back, like doing something secretly or without their permission. All right. Alright, next up we have Usha walked so fast that I could hardly dash her. Catch on her, catch out her, catch up with her, or catch up her. Here the correct answer is catch up with her, C. Why catch up with her? Like when someone is walking faster than you and you have to reach that person who is like ahead of you. Not in just terms of walking, but in terms of certain tasks as well. So catch up with some, or catch up here, D, is also used when we are talking about among friends, when we don't meet them daily and there's been a long time since we've met, let's meet, let's catch up on things, which means let's update ourselves on things what have been happening in each other's lives. Then we have catch on. Catch on is we can use when something is catching on, something is becoming very popular, or when you're trying to interpret or understand what somebody else is saying, I'm trying to catch on what you're trying to say. All right. Then we have catch out. Catch out could be used when we are talking about someone, who, takes you by surprise, sort of thing. Okay, someone takes you by surprise, I've been caught out. All right. Okay, next up we have make sure that you make sure that you dash at least 2 hours before your flight is due. Check off, check out, check up, or check in. Okay, now here the correct answer is D, check in. Now check in we use like for hotels or airports, when we enter some place and mark your entry, that's checking in, and the opposite is check out. They're pretty easy. The other options, check off. When you check off something, your list, like you tick it off which means that action is done, the task is completed. The checkup. Checkup is like a medical checkup, getting yourself tested or checked upon. Okay, and checkup is, like taking care. That's what it means. Checking up on someone is actually, trying to know how they're doing and making sure they're okay. That's what a checkup is. All right. Okay, next up. Now that you have arrived here, I hope things will work out, work in, work on, or work up. Now, here the correct answer is A, work out. Things will work out. It means, things will solve, or we will find a solution to something. That's when we get things will work out. Then we have work in. Now, work in can be used to signify a certain continuous effort on something. Then we have work on. When you're working on something, this is pretty easy. Then work up. When someone is really worked up, we can say that person has been really working a lot, okay, and is really tense about it. Or we can also say like work up of a patient, like in medical terms. It can be used when these doctors do a full, they say do a full cardio workup, or do a full physio workup, or neuro workup. I'm not sure, that kind of workup, like a checkup sort of thing. Okay. Okay, here we have, you can dash our website for the new range of our products. Check in our website, check off our website. C, check out our website. Or D, check up our website. Pretty easy. You can C, check out our website. Check out our website, which means you can go through it, alright, and search for it and go through whatever for the new range of the products. Alright, check in, check off, check out, we have already discussed. Alright, next one says, when Mridula dashed, her eyes were swollen. Woke up, woke on, woke over, or woke out. So this is pretty easy. When Mridula woke up. Waking up, pretty sure you know what it means. This one says, if you don't do the meaning of posse, why don't you dash the word in a dictionary? Look at, look into, look for, or look up. This one's pretty easy. I think we discussed this as well. It is why don't you look up the dictionary? Looking up the dictionary means searching for it in the dictionary. All right. Look for is like searching some person. Then look at is staring at or taking attention of something. Look into is examining the details sort of thing. Okay, now next. When the bride dashed in a red dress, all were charmed to see that stunning beauty. When the bride turned up, turned in, turned off, or turn on. Okay, now here we have when the correct answer is A, when the bride turned up. When the bride turned up in a red dress, which means arrived in a red dress and came before everyone in a red dress, then that's turn up. When the bride turned up in a red dress. Then we have turn in. Turn in is usually, turning into bed is used. Turning into bed is like going to bed in the evening. Okay. Then the others we have here, like turn off. Turn off is pretty easy. We can actually, turn off is usually used for the road. Like you're going on the road and you turn off, you take a left or take a right and join another road, take a turn off. Okay, that's turn off. Then we have turn on. Turn on is like starting off something, like if you use turn on the tap, starting its flow, starting its operation. Okay, here we have, don't believe Hriday, he is in the habit of dash stories of his success. Here the options are making for, making out, making up, or making with. Here the correct answer is C, making up. Making up stories of his success, which means, generating, producing stories, cooking up stories of his success. Other words like we have here making for. Making for is like talking about the result of something, or when you're making for some place, like you're going towards some place. You're making out when you ask someone, how are you making out, means how are you doing. Then we have making with. Making with is I'm not sure if this is a phrasal verb and what it really means. I'm not sure about this one. D. Okay, next up, an owl hooted in the ruins when the lights A went away, B went off, C went out, or D went over. Pretty easy. When the lights went out. जब electricity चली जाती है, the electricity went out, the lights went out. Okay. The others are pretty easy. I'm sure you know their meanings. Okay, here we have, everybody rushed out when the fire alarm dashed because of some technical fault. Here the options are went about, went off, went up, or went about, went out, went up, and went off. The correct answer is D, went off. Went off means when like here the fire alarm went off, like sort of exploded and like broke out suddenly. That's went off. Then we have went about. Now went about, like the verb go about, comes from the verb go about, right? When you go about something, like we'd say when you do something normally, like you go about your life in a normal manner, you go about your work in a normal manner, just living it out. All right. Then we have went out, pretty easy. Go out, one, it can be used when someone is actually like physically going out, or like we can say the lights went out, or the fire went out, something that extinguished or was switched off. All right, just went out suddenly. Then we have went up. Went up we can use when something is we can say built, a new building or a new poster went up, like that, like went up on the social media. So something that was newly built and newly posted, like that. All right. Okay, so with this we finish off our questions on phrasal verbs, and I've tried to explain as many phrasal verbs to you as I could. I hope you have understood them all. All right. So
that's all for our class on phrasal verbs. I hope you have understood the basic idea, the basic formation, which is very important, and the various meanings that we discussed. If there were any meaning which was new to you, I'm pretty sure you have written it down for further revision in the future. So that's all, and keep revising and keep learning. I will see you the next time. Thank you for watching.